even though he had to use a student to interpret his failing speech.
You wouldn't see anything special if you passed inside the black hole. But once you pass a certain critical point, then you'd never be able to get out again, no matter how much rocket power you used.
The Big Bang is like a black hole explosion, but on a model, and become masters of the universe.
Well, it is time now for our latest Bloomberg West series, Bioengineering the Senses, a closer look at the technology on the frontiers of medical science. Today, we're looking at the machine behind physicist Stephen Hawking and how smartphone technology is helping him communicate.
Medicine has not been able to cure me, so I rely on technology to help me communicate and live.
That vital system that Professor Stephen Hawking relies on has recently got an upgrade. Tasks that used to take 3 to 4 minutes, like opening a Word document, now take around 10 seconds. Intel has been working with Hawking for decades, and the latest upgrade was over 2 years in the making.
So we completely changed the way that he's interfacing with these aspects of the system to have him not rely on the mouse. So based on whatever he happens to be doing, we would surface the most logical things that he might want to do.
Even though he had to use a student to interpret his failing speech.
UK startup SwiftKey, whose software runs predictive text apps on smartphones, has doubled Hawking's speech rate. It considers what Hawking was last writing, whether there were any errors, and then tries to predict which character he might
see
choose
anything
next.
special if you passed
To
inside
do
the black
that,
hole.
the SwiftKey program has to learn how Hawking writes and speaks by analyzing dozens of his documents,
Once you pass a
some
certain
published,
critical point,
others not.
The test we ran showed that of a given body of text made up of a certain number of characters, Professor Hawking would actually
Then you'd
only
never
have
be
to
able to get
enter
out
around
again, no matter how
15 to
much rocket power
20%
you
of those
used.
characters, and the rest would be inferred.
Now here's the crazy part.
The Big Bang is like a black hole explosion, but
triggered by one
and become
muscle,
masters of the
cheek.
universe.
An infrared sensor detects when his cheek muscle moves up, just the way our smartphones can sense when it's close to the face. Future versions of this technology are aiming to take a bigger
We all
range of
came out with
movement
singularity.
into account.
But he can actually today say yes and no by moving, his eyebrows and by pulling
The
his
Big Bang
mouth.
singularity
So one of the
beginning
things
of
that
the
we've been
universe.
working on is using essentially a camera system to detect these different moves. So now he can, for example, undo things by saying no, rather than having to
So it
go and
wouldn't be
manipulate
that
the
unnatural
whole
if we all
screen to
ended
get
up in
to
another
a
singularity.
backspace button, for example.
Intel is even trying to develop brain control interfaces, which could help people who can no longer move any muscles at all. That won't necessarily happen.
You could say dust to dust and ashes to ashes and singularity to singularity.